Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a variation of a 4-3-3 mixed into a two-striker formation 4-3-3. It's very weird. It's hard to explain. You'll see shortly how the shape works, but it got absolutely amazing results within these tests. Hope you're doing well. If you're new around here, please make sure, if you don't mind, hitting that follow button, of course, subscribing to the channel, and of course, liking this video. Leave a comment down below as well on who you want to see in future tactic test videos, what sort of styles and shapes you want to see done here on the channel. Let's dive into our first team. We go down to the Sky Bet Championship as we take over Sunderland. Now, with Sunderland, we never expected to win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, but our priority was getting them promoted this season. We're trying to win the Sky Bet Championship. We have done exactly that with Sunderland this season. In 46 games, winning 33, drawing 5, and losing 8 games all season. But again, the main thing for me is goals. We want to see lots of goals from these tactics. We saw 102 goals scored in 46 games in this tactic. Again, 104 points seen Sunderland win the Sky Bet Championship. And one of the biggest results this season came away at West Bromwich Albion. Sunderland battered them 6-1 using this tactic. Found the ball through here to Joe Bellingham, who puts it past Palmer in goal. Nice and early on him, 3 minutes into this game for Sunderland. And the goals just kept on coming. A few from set pieces, a few from open plays, time the ball goes into the box, front stick header, down Ballard, heads it in with ease. It's just 5 minutes into the game. We're always dominating 2-0. 23rd minute now, we had a third goal come in already in the opening half hour of this fixture. Ekawal puts it through, finds Job, lots of room for Clark to cut inside as he puts it past the keeper. We also beat the likes of Watford away from home this season with a 3-1 victory. You see a lot more on screen right here as well. Sort of a lot of big victories. Norwich, we beat Norwich 4-2 in this one as well. So we're beating all the big teams around us, which of course saw us win the Sky Bet Championship this season. One of the star players this season was Jack Clark, playing on the right-hand side this season. He was playing on this position over here. We'll dive more into why this position is so important in this tactic later in this video, but he did very well this season, bagging 30 goals from the wing this season, Jack Clark, in total, in 41 appearances. That is not a bad return at all. The Almeria striker Marko Milanovic on loan this season as well had a very good season, bagging 24 goals in 42 appearances in the Championship this year. And oddly enough, Joe Bellingham, maybe the better Bellingham, who knows? Probably not realistically. He got 8 goals and 5 assists this season, not bad, playing in that midfield role this season. But of course, those results will be enough to see Sunderland go into the Premier League next season, which now leads us to our next team within this test. We go over to Italy. We see how this tactic test works with Juventus. Now, IRL Juventus haven't been great in recent years, but of course, we tried this tactic out with these guys, and they didn't have European football this season. They only had the League and the Coppa Italia, in which they have won a double this season. Starting with the Coppa Italia, of course, we'll dive in here. A 2-1 victory against Roma in that final, thanks to 2 goals from Dusan Vlahovic. Against a very strong Roma team, of course, Juventus come out top of the time. McKennie had the ball on the right-hand side, finds Chiesa, plays it inside, finds Vlahovic, who smashes it into the left-hand side of the net. And Vlahovic would make it a double in this tactic first off. Then he gets the ball, plays it into Gatti. Lots of options in the middle of the pitch here. It's Dybala who actually plays the ball off Chiesa's head, and Vlahovic smashes it home. But as we mentioned, that wouldn't be the only trophy we get lifted this season. In Turin, Juventus would win the league on 38 games, winning 23, drawing 8, only losing 9 all season. Sorry, losing 7 all season, scoring 95 goals, 77 points, only 1 point clear of Fiorentina, and then Fiorentina being that high is mental, by the way, as well. But a great season for Juventus, winning the Serie A title. And if I draw your eyes to the goal scoring charts this season, it is dominated by Juventus. Vlahovic and Milic playing that front 2 in this tactic, which we'll see shortly, both getting 21 goals this season. And I mentioned that right hand side for Jack Clark being very important. Chiesa this season got 15th place, also bagged 11 goals in that position this season. But now we've seen this tactic in the Championship with Sunderland. We've seen Juventus are pretty much a dominant team within their division. So I want to try it with more of a mid-table Premier League club now, with someone such as Crystal Palace. Let's dive into Crystal Palace for our third team for this test to see how we got on over in London. So Crystal Palace, I'd never expect us to win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, but I wanted a bit more of a challenge. In this one, we got Man United in the third round. It was until in the fourth round, sorry, even. So it was going to be a hard test, being knocked out by Manchester United. And then the second round against Brentford in the Carabao Cup. Not a great showing, losing 3-1 in that one, but the Premier League was an absolute barn burner for us this season because we actually came third in the Premier League using this tactic with Crystal Palace. In 30 games, we won 25, drawing 6, losing 7 all season. Same record as Tottenham Hotspur, got second place this season. On 81 points, also the same as Tottenham Hotspur, but Tottenham got ahead of us on the goal difference in the end. Just about narrowly get ahead of us. Because we did score more goals than them this season, but we conceded a lot more goals. But again, for Crystal Palace, we've got ahead of Man City, Arsenal, Manchester United and Chelsea, all finishing below us this season as Liverpool lift the league title. Only 5 points clear of us here at Crystal Palace. So I think that's a really good showing for this tactic to do that with Crystal Palace in just one season. And even though we'd lose to Manchester United in the FA Cup, we did play them in the league towards the end of the season where we beat them 3-1 as they get in the ball in the box here. It forced to release, he slots it home past the Nana. And after Man U got 1 goal back, the second half came round towards and we came straight on the attack in that second half. Richards on the right hand side this time, comes inside, has a lot of options, puts it into the middle and Mateta blasted it home to make it 2-1 Crystal Palace here at Selhurst Park. And then a third will come late on here in the 61st minute. Lamar gets the ball here, runs through the middle of the pitch, has options either side of him, goes by himself, loses it, and at least he slats it home to give Crystal Palace a 3-1 victory. And it would be a season of a lot of goals being scored this season. Edouard getting 26 goals in 39 appearances this season. Mateta back in 17 goals as well, which is great to see. In terms of the assists, Will Hughes had a great season this season. Only 14 starts, but got 13 assists in those appearances as well, 18 from the bench. He's a very good season as a backup this season. Was Eze bagged 12 goals and 11 assists as well. So this is the tactic itself. Now the Murph FM Galatigoal 4-3-1. So essentially like a 4-3-3 because normally you'd have this player on this side. But the way he plays, he drops out that side to help out, but also plays through the middle and helps with the goal. So a bit of an offset 4-3-3 formation, and we'll start in goal with Henderson as a sweeper keeper on support being told to tackle harder. We move then to a complete wing back on support on the right hand side with Richards here playing hard to take more risks, dribble more, shoot less often and tackle harder. Whilst on the left hand side also having a complete wing back on support with the exact same instructions. We then have a libero on the right of the defence here being told to take more risk, dribble more and shoot less often. While we have a ball playing defender with Mark Gay being told to dribble more and shoot less often. Going into the middle of the park now we have Lerma playing as an anchor being told to tackle harder, whilst we have 2 CMs on the attack. Decore being told to take more risks, dribble more, roam from position, moving the channels and tackle harder. When Eze also given the same instructions, and again it means I can go out wide and help out here while he cuts inside here. He goes into a diamond shape at times, but he goes into the middle here while these guys can push out wide and help out in those positions. Speaking of Elise, he's an inside forward and attack being told to roam from position and tackle harder. So I mentioned this role has been very important within this tactic because it will get in here, helping these gaps here and create a lot of goals from the wide positions, whilst the CF and attack here who will drop into these positions right here in the engine. The CF and attacking, by the way, Mateta, shoot more often and mark tighter, whilst we have an advance forward on attack. Next to him now on the left-hand side, being told to take more risks, dribble more, run wide with the ball. We mentioned about going wide in these wide areas here. Shoot less often and stay wider. Of course, you're making this fresh on console or from yourselves. Of course, you go into this tactical start here and press clean slate, and then you put these options in for yourselves. Mentality-wise, we're playing an attacking mentality, but again, for bigger games, feel free to drop this back a little bit too positive, possibly, or even too balanced, depending on who you're playing in those bigger games, but probably no lower than balanced in my eyes, realistically. But again, the big teams, go to a little bit less down there. The team should be beating, go attacking. Then, in possession, there's a lot here. So keep up. We're going to pass into space here this time around. We're going to overwrite the right-hand side, the right-hand side. We're going to turn to focus the position down the left and the right-hand sides and playing out of defence. We have the run at the defence, of course, as well. Ticked on down here and beating more expressive. The tempo set to the absolute maximum there for the tempo, whilst the passing directness is down at standard. And we're trying to work the ball into the box. In transition, take short kicks coming from the keeper, distribution, of course, and we're trying to distribute the ball out to our fullbacks so we can create that attacking width from the overloads in those wide positions, whilst we have a counter press and counter both ticked on at the top of your screen. Out of possession wise, we're playing with such a high line, much higher defensive line. It is all the way up there, as far as we can get up there, of course, with a high press also switched on for the attacking options there. The trigger press is also set to much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and we're also telling the team to trap the players inside where we have our most bodies in the middle in that free unit in the centre of the pitch. So if you have enjoyed this tactic, of course, please make sure you're liking this video, giving it the thumbs, all that good stuff, subscribing. In the comment section, I have been asking in the last few videos as well, let me know what sort of shapes you want to see created within FM this year, certain teams you want to see tested with as well. Can we try and make the tactic for this team or around a certain manager style? Let me know in the comment section, of course, and thank you for watching this video, and as always, we look forward to seeing you again for the next one.